What's happening, gamers? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Be so kind to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification. Hit the like as well. If you hit the notification bell, you know anytime that I drop a video or anytime that I am doing a podcast. So anyway, let's get on to this video. Last night I was on Xbox Nation and Mooch said something that just brought back a whole bunch of nostalgia. And when he was talking, we was talking about fighting games, because if you've known me, I am a huge fighter fan. It doesn't matter what console it's on, or if it's on PC, whatever. If it's a fighting game, I'm usually on it. I buy a lot of fighting games. But the one thing that Mooch said, but he said that he used to be into fighters. It used to be something that him and his friends used to have people come over and they would play the game, and it would be so cool. You know, of course, you get the Street Fighters, Mortal Kombat's, Tekken's, Killer Instincts, all of that. But the one thing that resonated with me the most, that made me just want to make this video, was something that I seen also today in a video, which was talking about DLC characters. And you hear this a lot from a lot of people that doesn't play fighters like they used to, is that they used to be into them because it was kind of like the ultimate co-op couch genre game that you could just jump onto, and everybody could talk a little trash. You have a house full of people. You know, I've constantly did that. That was one of the reasons why I was so late to the party when it came to the online gaming aspect, because I had people always over at the house until about what, 2011, 2012. And it really took a long time to get adjusted to play with strangers, then having friends come over and that you could talk trash to. Or if you would be online and you would try to get into it, the online wouldn't be perfect. Or the fact that you would have some weirdo that would be talking strange or saying something racist or just anything. It just didn't feel the same. And you could see that there's a lot of people that were into fighters, they weren't into them anymore. And I think that was one of the things that hurt fighters going towards the end of last gen, going into the start of this gen. I was watching this video today and it tripped me out, because I think another thing that hurts fighting games, it's a positive and a negative at the same time, is that characters, like in Soul Calibur 6, they were talking about the name of the 5 characters that they want to come on DLC. And these characters that's going to be coming on DLC on Soul Calibur 6, and this is a wish list, but it would make perfect sense. It's like Lizard Man, and then you have Horang and other characters that's been in previous Soul Caliburs. And that's great. We want that. But it also made me think about how it used to be when we were playing games, especially fighters, and you had to fight to earn to unlock characters. We don't have that anymore. So when you look at the whole DLC aspect of fighters now, and you look at a game that is great like Dragon Ball Z Fighters, but then yet you can be on one end disappointed in the DLC characters because a lot of them are duplicates. They're not totally the same. They are different models, but why could those characters not be to where you can play the game and earn those characters and then work on bringing different characters all together instead of bringing more Gokus and more Vegetas? That's what I think a lot of people think about. And that's really unfortunate. And I think that's for some people that don't want to pay for DLC, that don't want to pay for, characters that should already in their minds be in there, and that kind of loses, for whatever nostalgia that they have for that fighting game, it might seem that they like, that's a little bit too much, especially for characters I used to play with beforehand. And that kind of just made it all come back in the circle to me, like, dang, that sucks, because I can go back and I'm looking at Tekken and I'm like, and what you got a lot of feedback, and it was negative, about, well, hey, there's so many other characters that could have been in Tekken 7 that weren't. I mean, you didn't have Anna, you didn't have Lei, you didn't have Bruce, you didn't have these other characters, and all of a sudden you see them and they're here in the DLC and you paying like $5, $6, $7 for them. Yeah, you love the nonsense, you love the, the fact that they're going to be bringing Negan, you have other characters, but again, the special characters are great, but why is it that you just can't earn those other characters that was in previous Tekkens? And just find another way to just bring other enhanced characters, like if you did in Tekken 7 by bringing Geese and all that. And like I said, I can understand that concept because I feel that way. You know, and it all started with Street Fighter Cross Tekken when we found out that the players were in the game, but then yet you had to pay in order to unlock them instead of just doing it the old school way. And that's one of the reasons why I think that that game did not do anything as well, didn't do well at all. I mean, and it got ridiculed, it got slammed. I love Street Fighter Cross Tekken and can't wait, hopefully, that Capcom and Namco Bandai can work it out and bring Tekken Cross Street Fighter Tekken style version to the fold. But again, it's like, that's one reason why fighting games are just not at the forefront like they used to. I love the fact that there's Dead or Alive 6 coming. Jump Force look like it's going to be the best crossover fighting game ever. Soul Calibur 6, absolutely beautiful, stunning, great fighter. Looks like it's well balanced, but the problem is that the online isn't up to par. There's always some kind of niche right there on with Tekken 7 on the Xbox side. It doesn't look as good as the PlayStation 4 nor the PC version. Both the console version doesn't look better than the PC version. Doesn't matter what kind of PC you have, because I've seen it on a lesser PC than mine, and it still looked better than what it did on the PS4 and on the Xbox, which is very unfortunate. Online was hideous on the Xbox, but it was smooth and buttery on the PlayStation 4. Now it's finally up to par, but it needs those Xbox One enhancements if people have an Xbox One X. It's like so many little small things and that needs to be addressed and fixed. It seemed like they're more worried about how to make that extra dollar. And I understand games cost a lot of money. I mean, you just can't come out with Injustice 2 and expect that to not be and to not put in a lot of money. But that game looks better than any other fighter that's been out here, period. Looks even better than Soul Calibur 6, which Soul Calibur 6 is a beautiful looking game. So again, and also Mortal Kombat looks fantastic. It's just the fact that when you see these fighters and they have to, and some of these companies have to nickel and dime you to death, it turns gamers off, in my opinion. I look at a game like EX Layer. I like that game. It's cool. It's not something that should be like $60, but I like the fact that they keep going with what they're doing. And I want these fighters to keep succeeding, but I also think that there should be a happy medium to where there's an understanding that some characters should not have to be paid for, that you could add just more different characters and then balance it out over time, because I think gamers would be more accepting to maybe having a character that may be a little bit OP, but then you can patch it up and fix it instead of having people pay for extra DLC, because I don't see a lot of people just wanting to do that. But I wanted to share this thought with you guys and wanted to hear your opinions on it. See if you think that you agree with me on this, or you think I'm completely wrong. Regardless, let me know what you think. Everybody have a good one. Peace.